Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a really long time since we've sat down and done a long get ready with me together, so that's what we're gonna do today. It actually snowed for the first time in like a decade in Wilmington. Well, enough to where it actually covers the ground. We got like 4 or 5 inches last night, I think. I don't know, something crazy. We have a little bit of a snow day, so that means I'm gonna catch up on some filming, do a couple ads, and we gotta get ready for that. So I already started with my primer. This is the COOLA Do Good Illuminating Serum. This has SPF 30 in it. I love the glow that this gives my skin. And the first thing that I always do are my brows, because I like to do a laminated soap brow look, and I get it. So many of you have commented on my videos before and said, I know people like that soap brow look, but like, I don't think it looks natural. That's fine. They're not your brows, so it's okay. And I'm not being rude by that. I just mean, you don't have to do it if you don't think it looks natural. I, however, love the way that fluffy brow looks on me. So this is the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. I like to let that sit, run it through my brows backwards, let it sit for like 10 to 15 seconds before I actually go and lay them down, because this needs to get a little tacky before it can actually work. Once it's been a couple seconds, I'm just gonna use the brush and go through and lay them flat. And you know, it's about time for me to laminate my brows again, because they are not wanting to lay flat on their own. My dogs absolutely freaked out at the snow this morning. It was the first time in their entire lives that they've seen snow. I'm gonna insert some clips here so you can watch their reactions to it. At first, they were so hesitant. They were like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm gonna go outside. I'm like, just go, like, it's gonna be fun. And they did not want to come inside. I'm using a paper towel to get any of the residue of the glue, because it does like to linger on my skin and it can make your makeup peel if you don't get it off. I'm not a typical foundation wearer every single day. I don't even like wearing a skin tint every day. I just go straight in with concealer and use it all over as like a foundation. So we're gonna go in with the Kosas Revealer Concealer. This is in the shade 2.6C. Just start concealing some spots on my face. And then I like to go in after I do my blush and my contour and highlight. So I do kind of like an underpainting technique, but the initial concealer is just to cover up any spots that I want hidden. Even though this is the cool version of the Kosas concealer, I still feel like it's a little yellow for my skin tone. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but once I add everything else, you might not be able to tell. I don't have any clean makeup brushes right now. I really want to try this hack that I saw one of my favorite brands, Skinsmart, post. If you don't know who Skinsmart is, they're the ones that create this hypochlorous acid spray that's a dupe for Terra 28, but it's half the price and you get double the amount of product. Hypochlorous acid spray is amazing at removing bacteria. It leaves the good bacteria behind, but it kills the bad bacteria within 30 seconds of application. So I saw them do this technique when they had dirty brushes. So you spray a little bit of the hypochlorous acid spray on the dirty brush, wait for 30 seconds to let it kill the bacteria. I'm gonna do it on this brush too. Then you take a clean paper towel and just wipe the brush off on that. And it's kind of like a speedy process for cleaning your makeup brush when you really don't have a lot of time. Definitely got off a lot of stuff. And now I have clean brushes. So I'm just gonna start blending out my concealer. This concealer is super creamy, so I like to let it sit for a couple minutes before blending it out. I feel like I get better coverage that way, which is true for a lot of concealers. You do wanna let it sit at least 60 seconds to let it warm with your skin. That way it's also easier to blend and not so much product comes off on the brush when you've let it sit for a while. I totally forgot, I just got this giant, I'm not kidding, giant thing of Morphe brushes in PR. I've never tried Morphe brushes before. We're gonna give them a shot. I'm actually gonna film a TikTok video too, so you're gonna kind of get some behind the scenes. I have a few to film, so I might be filming those while I'm also filming this. So enjoy that. Are Morphe's brushes really all they're cracked out to be? I just got this giant thing of Morphe brushes in the mail. We're gonna put them to the test and see what all the hype is about. I don't even know which one I need to use for contour. This is the Morphe M243 brush. It's for their liquid and cream contour. It is very interesting looking. I'm gonna put it to the test with my cream contour today. We're gonna use the Tower 28 Sculptino in the shade Broad. It's their cream bronzer. I'm gonna take a little bit on the brush and start contouring, bronzing my forehead, because that's what I usually do. I do like the angle of the brush where it goes from skinnier to thicker towards the end. I feel like you can really get in all of your nooks and crevices. Now for the actual contouring, I'm gonna apply a little bit of this Milk Makeup contour stick to kind of add some depth. Blend it out with the brush. I feel like this brush is kind of applying my bronzer splotchy. Let's do the other side. As far as the bristles go, I mean, they're really nice and soft. I don't recall how much these brushes retail for nowadays. I used to think they were really affordable, but I don't know if that's true anymore. I don't know. Can you tell on camera that it's giving like a splotchy application? Because I don't know if I'm digging it. Our bronzer and contour are blended out. Maybe I need to try a different one. If you have a favorite brush from Morphe, tell me which one to try. I really need to know why everyone goes so crazy over these brushes. Why does everyone freak out over these brushes? I don't get it. I'm gonna go in with another product to hopefully build up that pigment a little bit more. And I don't usually have any issues with the products that I used for bronzer and contour, so it has to be the brush. This is the Mario Softsculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. This one gives you a really nice skin-like finish. Yeah, I don't know. That goes for you guys too. If you have like a ride or die brush from Morphe that you think I should try, it's probably in there. So let me know and we'll give it a shot. Okay, I totally thought I was recording when I was applying my blush, but do you see this? I just tried a new shade of the Nudestix Stax blushes. These are like little magnetic stackable cream blushes. They came out with new shades because their original shades were very controversial. They claimed the original shades were universal, but they really weren't working on darker skin tones. They appeared very white, like with white undertones. So they came out with these new shades and sent me one. I was not prepared for that pigment. So good thing I don't do my concealer until after my blush. This is for that reason, because sometimes blush just be a little too crazy. So now for how I do my concealer. I put one dot here, one dot here. Same thing on the other side. A little bit right here, here, here. 3 right here, 3 right here. Go in like a triangle direction and connect all of the dots. So I go up to my temple, bring it down, connect with the one by my mouth, and under my cheekbones. And that way it just blends so much more seamlessly with that cream blush. Ever since I started doing this technique, I'm telling you, my makeup has never looked better. Sometimes blush can just really overwhelm your face, and I feel like putting concealer over top of it just kind of brings it back down. And then you can even go back over top to make sure everything is blended in with your blush brush. I love a good pink under eye, but nothing that's too in your face. So I like using the Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Candy. This is a pink toned powder, but it's very subtle. I'm gonna use one of my Huda Beauty powder puffs. Look at how stinking cute they are. Take a little bit of powder, press it into my under eye area, make sure it's blended with my blush. Nothing I hate worse than having that stark line of like where your under eye concealer is in the powder and then your blush. So you always want to make sure the two are really blended well. Take a little bit on my chin, basically anywhere that I put concealer. So my upper lip, underneath my cheekbone, around my mouth. Look at how beautiful that under eye area looks. Do the same thing to the other side. This powder is also great for my dry skin girlies. It doesn't cling to any dry patches. I know everyone always raves about the Laura Mercier powder, but that one is, it's like putting sand on my face. It is so unbelievably dry. It's definitely for the oily skin girls, which is fine, but it sucks because like literally everybody is like, oh my god, that is the best powder in the world. I'm like, yeah, not for dry skin people. You don't even want to know how dirty my beauty room is right now. What's next? I think the bronzer we're gonna use today is from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Nude Bronze Light. Just take it on a giant fluffy brush and go over the areas where I put cream bronzer and contour just to bring some warmth back into my face. I love this bronzer. I know it's pricey, but it's such a natural looking bronzer. Put a little bit on my chin area. We're gonna do Kosas Butterflies in their baked blush. I remember trying out their blushes for the first time. This was the shade I used. I always gravitate towards this like baby pink, blue undertone pink shade when it comes to blush. I mean, how could you not love that? So just take some on a brush and go over top our cream blush. Fun fact, blush is the first product to disappear from your face throughout the day. So I always do a cream blush followed by a powder blush. It's kind of like a double insurance policy to make sure that my blush does not go anywhere. And I'm a blushaholic. I like my blush. Leave me alone. To bring some life back into this under eye area because the blush kind of took it over. I'm gonna take the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light on that same powder puff that we used the under eye powder with. Just go right underneath. This is not meant to do much, but it does just tie everything together. Last but most important complexion step. Well, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of highlighter. This is the Dibs Glow Bounce highlighter in the shade Moonlit Glow. See if it'll focus for you. I'm taking the Rare Beauty highlighter brush, wiping a little bit of it, and just go on top of my cheekbones. Oh my god, look at that, it's so beautiful. Same thing on the other side. This highlighter is so subtle and it's not in your face like a lot of highlighters are. It really made me fall in love with highlighters again because I stopped wearing them for a while. I didn't really feel like looking like a disco ball every day, but these just give you that glowy goddess look that you really want when you use a highlighter. Some people like the disco ball look. Not ragging on that. Now for the most important complexion step in my routine personally, faux freckles. This is the Beaubble X Rudi freckle pen. It is by far the easiest form of faux freckles I've ever used. Actually, it's the only form of faux freckles that I ever used. Another product I used to just be like, I'm never gonna do that, was faux freckles until I started using this pen, and I cannot finish my makeup routine without it. So all I do is just apply it in little clusters like that, and then you want to pat it out with your finger so they become a lot less in your face and more like real freckles. You want to keep them close together. So the wider you put your freckles, the wider it's going to make your face look. So I like to concentrate all of my freckles right here. And then maybe put like a few dots on the outside of my cheek just to kind of like keep it realistic, because that is where my freckles show up in the summertime. This freckle pen will change your life if you've never done faux freckles before. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. You can see them. They're not totally in your face, but you know, they're noticeable. On the curly lashes, the Shiseido eyeshadow curler, the only eyeshadow curler you will ever need in your whole life. I know it sounds silly, like how good could an eyeshadow curler actually be? Eyelash curler. How good could an eyelash curler actually be? Fucking amazing. I had this one for about 1.5 years now, and I can tell you I've used all different kinds of lash curlers. Nothing compares to this one. Mascara we're gonna do, I made a video on this last week or the week before. This is the L'Oreal Big Deal Paradise Mascara. It is incredible. Just look at this. Look at how little effort you have to put in for how much payoff you get with this mascara. And yes, I let it get all over my lid because I just take a Q-tip and wipe it off afterwards. Look at that. That's one coat. That's crazy to me. It's drugstore. Why are we still spending money on these high-end mascaras when drugstore can do that? Not forgetting to fill in my eyebrows. This is the Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen. I posted a mini review of this last week and I really like it. I feel like you have to be super precise with it though. I get really nervous doing my brows on camera because I'm like, oh my god, what if I mess up? Okay, I feel like that doesn't look terrible. Oh, it's just so nerve-wracking. Okay, we did it. Are they perfect? No. Am I perfect? No. So I guess it works out great. Lip combo. Actually, yeah, we'll do setting spray last. You know what? No, let's do setting spray now. Setting spray I'm using, this is from Urban Decay. It's their all-nighter with hyaluronic acid in it. Quick spritz. For a lip combo, I really want to try out one of these new MAC lip liners that was sent to me. We have 3 shades to pick from. Chestnut, Stripped Down, and Cool Spice. I've been seeing Cool Spice all over my For You page, so let's try that one. Yeah, that looks absolutely stunning. I can't remember the last time I tried a MAC lip liner. I don't know if I ever tried a MAC lip liner, but I'm loving this color. Cupid's Bow. Like the color of the box does not actually indicate the real color of this lip liner. Just me? I don't know. I like it though. It's giving 90s brown. And we're gonna do a Summer Fridays lip oil on top. This is in the shade Blush Dreams. I love these lip oils so much. People said that they go down really fast, like the product. I have not noticed that yet, but I will keep you updated. That is a beautiful lip combo if I do say so myself. Okay, thank you so much for sitting down and getting ready with me today. I have so much fun when I get to just sit and talk with you guys. New videos every Monday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow my Instagram and my TikTok. I love you guys so much.